No, I can't. And that's when we switch to an assault rifle. And we run. Oh. That is a very handy skill indeed. Loot the thing. Bollocks. Hide. Am I out of ammunition already? I think I would have had a companion by this stage of the game if I had not upset all the guards in town and had to run for my life. What the hell have I just got there? Collect Doc... Oh, it's Doc Mabel's finger. I think I picked something else up, though, with that. What is my weight at the moment? Oh, it's still got loads of weight left. And I think I can break down weapons on the move now as well. Well, let's get in there. Pick up Fun Times barrel. What's a Fun Times barrel? Dervish mist. Must be something up here. Weapon parts. Well, we've got the stuff. Let's do a quick save before we balls this up. And just head off to the next one, unless there's something up there to explore. Something. We'll follow this road around anyway. There's a bit of a path. Oh, it's a river. Okay, we'll go with the river. Avoiding any nasty-looking animals as we go. Well, we're not going past that, clearly. Found the edge of the world. Oh, hey. Whoa, I just walked into a bomb. I was just looking at chat, just for a moment. I guess we've identified the bombs now. Nice. Hey, Kit. How many times have I died so far? You were called off to do a live stream on another channel? No worries. How many times have I died so far, chat? Probably about 6. I think 6 at a guess. And thanks for the subscription as well. I don't know why my notifications aren't working. They work sometime and not for others. It seems to be the resubscribers. Actually, I'm not getting notified for, so I'll check that out tomorrow. But cheers, thanks. Yeah, I'm having great fun with this. I've already had to run out of the main town where you hand all the questions because the guards want to kill me on sight. They caught me stealing something. I had my fingers in the biscuit barrel. And that's a kill-on-sight offence, apparently. So I've got to give them a couple of days to cool their arses off a bit. And then we'll take another look at that. I got a weapon that isn't... Oh. It's a deserter. Ah, okay, but these people aren't hostile to us. Yet. Oh, those aren't landmines? Oh, that's alright then. I thought it was more landmines. Thought it looked a bit dangerous.
Hey there, friend.
Friend? A friend!
Wow, a new face. We're getting popular. I'm Thomas. Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Not exactly. I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague.
That's a good sign.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Welcome to my world. Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself.
Good lad.
You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering?
Yes.
It comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Turns out...
There's one in the old community center.
I nicked it.
Should find one back in town, too. Parvati's dad had a copy. He used to take it with him when he worked at the cannery before he passed.
Well, today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Have I got two? I must have nicked it. Found it in the community center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years.
Sounds very useful.
I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
No problem.
In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Well, that was well paid. Hold on, I've got more. Hey, Draugr, how's it going? This looks like a merging of Borderlands and Fallout. Yeah, that's not a bad guess, actually. That's not bad. It's the first impression you get. It does. It's got like, it feels like it's got the gunplay of Borderlands, but with like a world. It does feel reminiscent of the Fallout world, I've got to say. Where I am at the moment, there's going to be different regions I think we explore later on. It also reminds me a lot of Knights of the Old Republic, the Knights of the Old Republic 2, because I didn't play the first one. So, yeah, all good stuff. All good stuff. Yeah, I've got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
I got part 2 in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself.
Yeah, I think.
2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
He's paying well as this guy. I'll let you know if I find you any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
Okay, interesting. What do you need to do to get me to play Knights of the Old Republic 2 on stream? Just keep an eye on things here, because that might be something I do over the next few months. I say few months. I have a bit of time invested in this game to play and some other stuff, but I may have some news going forward on that at some point. So, yes, I can't say too much at the moment, though. Right, then, I should go. So these people like me. This is good. I like the sound of these deserters because I don't like the cannery company. So I like these guys. He's just a deserter. Right, we don't need to talk to him. He's just a regular Joe. I don't really need the gun out to go around this place. I do need to steal everything, though. Yes, I inhale these apples. If I steal them all... No one's looking. Steal all. Steal the entire food stock of the deserters. That's just what they want. Get that. That's empty. Good, good, good. Oh, hang on. They're growing these things. Look, there's loads. They don't need those. Take a look inside. Oh, it's a veritable Garden of Eden. It's a greenhouse. Oh. I don't want to steal from everywhere, otherwise I'll end up with nowhere I can safely go. I don't think I'm seen in here, but I didn't think I was seen in the cannery either. Okay, he looks like an important person because he sat down. He is Stefan Garcia.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Yeah, what if I don't like canid? Oh, he's a trader?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Let's sell some junk. 1% discount is not much. There is a sell all. Remove from junk. Hold Z, sell junk. Nice. I don't want to sell any of that stuff. Weapon mods, which I don't know what I'm doing with yet. This is like so much stuff. I think I'm just going to go mad here and go Sell. Oh. Can I just... If I just hold E over something and go like that. Okay. No. Is there not an easier way of doing this? There isn't. Okay, balls. I'll put it in the... That's too slow. I missed the lady in the greenhouse. Was there a lady in the greenhouse? Can I kill a chicken? I can talk to it. Excellent. Oh, she was in camouflage. Look at that. She blends right in there. Right in. The hell is this? I would have been... Yes, I would have been in trouble.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
And just who are you now?
Suppose that weighs on who's asking. My flock likes to call me grandmother, on account of my providing hot soup and free advice. You can call me Adelaide, though. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
I think I'll pass. Thank you very much. Is this your greenhouse?
The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back
With
up.
tobacco tea?
The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
What's the special fertilizer? Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
And why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Mysterious, eh? This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
It's all a little bit too hippy-trippy for me, I think. No, I mean, I could do without the cliches.
No need to be tetchy, dear. I was only trying to help. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
Let's have a look. I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist and shot into space, but thanks for asking.
That sounds like fever talk, all right.
Oh dear.
So why am I tempted to believe you?
Because it's the truth.
Where did you say you were from?
I didn't say. I arrived here from Earth. Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind?
No.
I haven't kept news from outside the Vale.
It was 70 years ago. You would be maybe old enough to remember this. You've never met anyone from the Hope? There were thousands on that ship. Well, no, I know I was the only one to get off.
Oh, you're talking about that old piece of folklore.
Yeah, the old colony ship.
Now I'm convinced you're delirious. You really ought to lay your head down, dear. Babbling only agitates the humors.
I think I'd do well
You ought to
not
try
to mention
some
that.
of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you.
I bet
for a
it bloody
spell.
would. Purging me from both ends. Let's just talk about something else.
I'm listening.
I should go. Okay. Not the most useful of conversations. The trader is there. His house is mostly... Oh, apart from that. Oh, there's got to be some good stuff in here. No, it's crap. It's a shame. But I get it. Oh, I get XP for picking locks anyway, so it's worth doing. That's... Oh, okay, there's another building here I haven't checked out. And there's a deserter in there, so we're not nicking anything. And this one is... Tossball card, Glen... Okay, baseball card kits. Collectible stuff. What was that? What's that little noise for? And out the other side? No. Oh. Nice. Just in case. Just in case. I like the dual toilets. Very cozy. Anything I missed? Right. I like the fact you can go into someone's home, shut the door behind you when they're on the other side watching you, and go through all their drawers and pockets and clothes and everything. Will I get seen in here? Notice board? No. And a terminal. Personal files. Password required. Hack 15. Bypass. Open first entry. A Spacer's Choice property. This is a personal files first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavour. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Who's this from? Doesn't say. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational. Mostly. Soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertiliser. Tired of having the taste of salt tuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh. Something that grows out in the earth. This is Grandma's then. Oh, you think I picked up a music box? I'll have a look at that. We found another worker from Edgewater. Ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. It was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically. Spiritually, he's one of our flock now. I wonder if this plague is due to a lack of fresh food and a diet consisting purely of salt tuna. Experimental notes. What have we got? I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. The greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs of my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I'm determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavours. And the last entry? Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to be flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. So they just weren't... The crops didn't grow because the people tending to them were evil and greedy. It sounds very Prince Charles to me. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle, but I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. I think she's talking about poo. I think that's the secret ingredient that nobody else seems to know about. Did I see something? I did see something down there. Well, I'll steal it then. Just a little bit worried about getting caught doing this. Nick it. Gold teeth? I'm having them. Okay, let me get out of here before I really do get caught and into trouble. I think we've got what we wanted from this place. Let's take a look at that music box thing, though. Cold teeth. Is that a quest item? Okay, well, it's nice that I picked this stuff up. Saves me coming back for it later. Where was the... It was a music box. Well spotted, Hagmanine. The music box plays the happy Sisty Pig when the lid is open. Consider yourself earwormed. Can I play with it? I can just zoom in. Looks nice. It's mine now. Right, is there a way? Should be a path up here that then turns right. And have I looted this one? Apparently not. Is anyone watching? Also, apparently not. I can sleep in a bed? Oh, wait, can I sleep and get rid of that, the fact that I need to sort of hide from the law for a bit? That is useful. Right, let's take all that. I need all that food. I'm sure I need all that food.
I told Thomas to holler if he saw anyone sneaking in around the back.
Tell me more.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Yeah, this game has a definite Firefly vibe about it. What's your problem?
Armed strangers wandering into my camp for one. Some of my camp wandering out for another.
You obviously run a tight ship.
You want to try standing outside in the heat, keeping your sights open for the next marauder raid? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out. Don't tell me you're scared of a few marauders.
I've crossed off my share of marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
Does anyone else feel slightly uncomfortable about the intense eye contact of the NPCs looking back at the player? Because as they're talking to me, it feels a little intense. Like when you're talking to a human, it's very hard to maintain eye contact during the whole conversation. You'll look down at your coffee, your book, something else, just look over their shoulder, anything. But staring them right in the eye all the time, just a little bit intense. If someone did it to me, well, yeah, when someone does it to you, you know the feeling. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. Not that I'm complaining about the game at all. It's just, it just struck me as just a little bit noticeable. Right, I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Not going to narrow it down a bit? Unless the marauders got to her, then the parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Could do without the gallows humor.
Okay. Questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Who is she and where's she gone? Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
Really? You've been snooping into a room? You snooped around in a room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
I see. Yeah, I believe you. How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay. You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Maybe the marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skills far as I could tell.
Sure, you're right. Any chance you could point me somewhere specific and not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
That'll be it then. Let's change the subject.
What is it?
Let's go. I'll leave you. Right, so you also said something about Stefan, didn't she? So let's just take a look at the journal. A few kindred spirits. Yep, that's the one. The Frightened Engineer. Find 3 volumes. I'm enjoying the quests. They're good in this. You find the eye thing a little bit creepy too? I think it's just something to get used to. I don't know, after playing games like Kingdom Come and The Witcher, when you watch a conversation in the third person, so you see your character, Henry or Geralt, there, and the other person there, and they're talking, they can have eye contact. It doesn't feel as bad. But when the NPC is directly looking at you, it... Oh, I nearly jumped up there and picked all that stuff up. I would have been in so much trouble. I'm not even in the right place. Oh, no, he's the guy I want to speak to.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah. Zoe's gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day she disappeared?
Zoe and I were going to watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Screw you. Go and find her yourself. Tell me a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics.
Ah.
Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Oh, really? And what was that?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was going to surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Well, 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 you were too late, weren't you? Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper.
Ah.
She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
You mean there's going to be a complete blueprint of all her plans and ideas and where she's actually gone? In her room? That sounds useful.
Hey, I got time.
See you around. Okay, there's... I thought I saw something on the bed. Seen things. Examine. Zoe's journal page. Oh, don't say I'm going to have to go and find 20 pages of her journal. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food, or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run on Aetherwave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Musketeer. What would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbours, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know, that doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14? The 100 Hooligans? Featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen? She's got ideas about running off. That doesn't sound like a great idea, does it? There's another one. Is there any more that I've missed? Let's have a look. Down the toilet. In this corner. Oh, hang on. We've got two. There's one on the floor. One here, one here. So which is this? This is page 12. Should probably have read these in order. That's page 22. Right, so let's get this one. Okay, I think we've found them anyway. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery. I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I've got to treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Yeah, it's a good system we got there. You don't get treated for illness if you've become too ill to be worth considered saving, which is any level of illness. Well, today's the day, Zoe. This is page 22. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organised. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime, even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. So, she's run off to form a band of marauders. That's not
Something I can help you
good.
with?
Yeah, about Zoe. Got some more questions.
I'll help if I can.
You don't want to know. Okay. So, is that where she's gone? No, that was the other thing I had selected, surely. A few kindred spirits. Secretly plan to run away and join the marauder camp to the east. That, I think, is where the Fistful of Digits is as well, isn't it? Which is what I was going to do. Yeah, so we've got 2 quests to do there. Shame I can't have more than one highlighted. But that's where we're going now, so... let's go get it done. Let's go shoot some people.